can also be Atma Anatma. I don't know what the Atma is, but I know all that I taken myself is only a conceptual self. Only conceptual is not me. So that much Viveka is. Not Jnanam, Viveka. How far it can go? Right up to functioning with Sakshi Bhava. Yeah. Can go up to there or enough, optimum. This is maximum. Yeah. If everyone had to make everyone have that much of Viveka, 10 saal jayega us practice. To function with Sakshi Bhava, etc. is not easy. Take a long time. Therefore, says, Nitya Viveka, enough. Optimum level is enough, maximum level not necessary. Then Iha Mutra Artha Bhogaha Viraga. A Vairagya for things here and hereafter. Vairagya means what? Sense of a great object. Those are not the things I am after in life. They can get me some comfort and some pleasures, but they are not going to develop or give me the fulfillment I seek. What I am seeking is fulfillment. These are small things on the way side, to make my life comfortable. Means to develop an emotional independence from all these things. Practically, you will use a few things. No? Everyone has to eat. Everyone has to stay in a place. So those are practical things. But viraga, ita raga, there's no raga for this. You need a house practically. Huh? I keep my house so beautiful. And then I judge myself on the basis of my house. Hey, I'm not saying don't keep the house because man. In fact, I will say don't keep the house like how I keep the house. Keep it nice. I am not the best role model for how to keep your house. That is my flaw. Personality flaw. Keep it nice. But don't judge yourself on the basis of the house. You got a huge house and now there are no people staying in it, only you are there. Now you're feeling lonely in a big house. And you're feeling the headache. I look after some whole house. As the meaning of the word householder, you're holding on to the house. It's like a friend of mine. All her life, she wanted a place of her own. Understandable. As a woman, she wants a place of her own. She got it and the doctor, but she did it up beautifully. Her own, no interior designer, etc. And it is really beautiful. Then I asked her, are you satisfied now? Are you happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy that I got my house. You know, if I ever going to do it again, I will keep it a lot simpler. She already grown out of it. Already grown out. So you get it only to grow out. If this is your attitude with everything that you long for, Vairagya will automatically come. You get it only to drop it. Then you will say, without getting it also, I can drop it. Yeah, that is great Vairagya. No? There I enjoy it, not there. There I enjoy it, not. Agate swagatam kuryat, gachantam na nivari. Comes to you, welcome it. When it goes, don't hold it back. I have to use other Gujarati expression. Let it go, let it go. Then, Samadhi sadhanam. Namaha, mastery of the mind. Learning to handle your emotions, your distortions in thinking, to understand what patterns of thinking you have. There the problems are there in your patterns of thinking. Because our background, education, work, culture, etc., upbringing all that create certain patterns of thinking. Some of them may be very good, some of them may be unhealthy. So learn to be aware of those patterns, drop what has to be dropped, retain what has to be retained, develop what has to be developed. So I do it right in the beginning. That 15 styles of distorted thinking. Right in the beginning, I take care of this. This is where everyone falters. No one will have all the 15 styles, but do teen to read. If you have all the 15 styles of distorted thinking, then I am not the person for you. You need a therapist or something. Okay. So, take care of what has to be taken care of. Sama. If you have to go to the therapist, go to the therapist. That's part of gaining sama. What is the problem? Sama, you're gaining it. Sama, mastery of your physical things. It's also important. Swami Naranji used to say, Puja Swamiji used to say, Dhamma is dropping the shutters at the body level. Getting angry, you want to whack somebody. The physical level, you say, no, forget it. If Sama is enough, Dhamma is not necessary. But because Sama is lacking, Dhamma is necessary. Even if Shama is there, you may need Dhamma for other things. Certain discipline with respect to food and drink. Certain discipline with respect to taking care of your health. Certain discipline in terms of what you will say, not say. So all those disciplines. Okay? When you can have that restraint and when you know how to push yourself. Dhamma also implies not to be so comfortable that you get dependent on comfort. Because comfort orientation makes your identification with the body much. Viveka follows. So learning to push your body is a good thing. Then Uparati. Uparati very often is presented freedom from karma, therefore sannyasa. Or karma yoga nishta, what will help you get that inner equipoise, a certain sense of balance inside, so that you're not thrown off in life's challenges. Life will batter you, of course. It's the storm conditions. There will be storms in your life, you'll get battered, but you sink or do you swim? Maintain your balance enough to keep afloat. Good enough. Dynamic balance. Uparati. That comes from sannyasa, karma yoga nishta, whatever you are ready for. That karma yoga nishta. Titiksha. The ability to put up with pinpricks of life. Discomfort is part of life. However comfortable you make your life, there will be some discomfort. Samji, I can't come for the class. Why? My leg is paining. Leg is paining. You're coming for the class to listen with your leg or with your ears and your mind. There's a lot of correct. There will be pain. You got injured, pain is natural. So it's a big deal. Learn to say it's okay. Isolate that one. Learning to isolate that pain to that area. Your knee is paining. Not you are not in pain. Whole of you from head to toe is in pain. Like even with a walking stick, she'll come to the class. That's titiksha. It's difficult, it's struggle for, but she comes. Titiksha. That's part of the game. To have that titiksha. Then, here, amutra there in heaven. There's some अच्छा नहीं है, उधर बढ़िया मिलेगा. I want to be a martyr. Why? Because 72 people are waiting for me. Vairagya towards that also. So then after Diksha, the confidence and trust in the Shastra and the teacher. I explained that before. Do you have $100 change? I don't know. But I know if I look into my wallet, I will know whether there is change for $100 or not. So that confidence you have in your eyes, the same confidence you have in the pramana, the astikyam. The last one is samadhanam, forbearance, people. Samadhanam is relatively means being content at all times. But then that comes under Uparati, etc. also. I'm extending the meaning of Samadhanam here in terms of people. Because what disturbs you is people. Isn't it? You want people to behave in a particular manner so that you will be happy. Samadhanam, acceptance. And that doesn't mean if somebody is standing on your head, you have to accept. Accept him, but not ask him to get up. Accept him, and if he doesn't get up, throw him up. Accept your right, your freedom to do things what is necessary also. And Samadhanam is necessary. But acceptance doesn't mean you'll put up with any nonsense. Like yesterday, at a lunch, I met this dancer. So she asked me, did you go to the Kumbh? This time I have not gone, but thanks to my students, Kumbh came to me. And how? That I got all the Kumbh awareness from 2-3 people. So I had 2-3 snanas of Kumbh. But it's great to see the resurgence. So immediately she said, I wish the Hindu resurgence happens in a more civilized manner. Danshta. I said, yeah. Everything should happen as I left it. But she's a dancer. And I know he has danced. I'm not talking about Pavitra Srinivasan. He won't make a stupid statement. Someone else. She has done dance drama on the Gita, etc. But Arjuna and praises Arjuna for listening to Krishna. So what are other people who are promoting Hindu Dharma doing? Doing the same thing. Or do you want to shut your eyes and say, there is no threat? You know what happened in Bangladesh? The regime changed. What happened when you went to arrest that rioter in Sambal? The cops had to run away. So those things you don't need to take care of. So just because Samadhanam is there doesn't mean you walk over for everyone. The time for peace, there's a time for war. Understand that. This is important. The Samadhanam is acceptance. You accept them. But what they're doing may be wrong. Therefore, you have to fight to get that wrong. Otherwise, as I said in the other class, you'll become a Hindu. What is a Hindu? Hindus in name only. No understanding of culture, heritage, no commitment to make things work out. Therefore, all this. Tell you one thing, that all this adhikaratham includes that samadhana and this thing also includes a pride in your religion. And if it is not there, you will find it difficult to own it up. Only a Hindu will say, I'm more spiritual, I don't believe in all these other things. That means the Shraddha is shaken. You do not, Shraddha is for the whole Pramana of the Shabda. It is not in half. But I'll take what I want. Yeah, you can take what you want, follow what you. But do you have Shraddha in the whole Shastra? And the Shastra includes rituals. You may not do it because it's not meant for. That's fine. But the moment you say all these rituals are superstition, nonsense, etc., you're cutting down your own Shraddha. Because you can't follow Ardhanda Nyaya. Half the egg for omelette today and half for hatching tomorrow. You can't do that. The whole egg for either. Similarly, we are accepting the Pramana, the whole Pramana has to be accepted, including the ritualistic portion. We don't do, that's a difference. Been there, done that, I don't need that anymore. Fair enough, you don't need that. Achha. But if you need, you should know where to pick and choose. It was a classical case. No? A lady had cancer. Doctors gave her only 3 months to live. She has a child, autistic, therefore dependent on her. No other siblings whom she can leave the child. Difficult situation. So, she took out her husband's gun, an Indian couple, but in states. Shot the child and shot herself. You can understand. I don't agree with it. I can understand the pain that made her do it. Then her elder sister rings me up. Yes. Swamiji, is there a problem here for our soul to move on? I said, probably. Because there is Atma Hatya one side. There's Putra Hatya on the other side. Probably there will be. What can we do about it? So they send me the details. There will be some Shraddha ceremonies definitely involved. We don't believe in rituals. I said, don't do them. Don't do them. But we want to do something for her. I said, go feed the poor. For 5%, 10% will have. That's all. 5%, 10%. More than that, what will happen? Because how will their Atma Hatya problem go? How will be the Putra Hatya thing go? Very much Hindu, Tam Bram. They can't get more orthodox than that. I want to do, but I don't believe it. Where is your Shraddha? Swamiji, we are all spiritual people. I want to come for your class. I said, don't help you. Can come if you want, but don't help. Why? Because Shraddha in the Shastra itself is not. It's not. Normally, you may not have done a ritual, but in this case, it's special. At least check whether anything is necessary. Can you see how you are undercutting yourself in the. Then you'll proudly claim in Bern, Switzerland, the physics lab, there's a Nataraja statue. Indians are great. Yeah, the scientists respect more than you do. They have greater Shraddha here than what you have. Yeah, you had a question. Not necessarily. There are many people who have Shraddha in the Shastra. Ishvara is also good to have. But unless you have Shraddha in the Shastra, how do you understand Ishvara? Without Shraddha in the Shastra, how will you even understand Ishvara? How? What I can have this. Exactly logical sense and where the Ishvara is. How do you know Ishvara? Tell me that. So you will take it like your understanding of Ishvara will be very secular. Higher power, things like that. What are you talking about? 83 octane fuel? Oh, it will be like that. So are you saying that we're mutually dependent? Some sort of mutual dependence. Yeah. Remember at what level we are talking? Yeah. How did we get that bhakti for Isha? Therefore, Purva Janma, there has been some dabbling in it. That's something you are exposed to. Maybe a Catholic priest talking in your school about God, or someone talking about it. At our home, you saw your mother doing some puja. And somewhere it came. It doesn't come out of the blue. It doesn't come. Some samskaras are put into you. Okay. Now he says, and then of course, last one, mumukshutva. This is very important. You may have viveka, vairagya, etc. Very disciplined human being. Mumukshutva is there. Moksha, ichha. Mahabharata classical case. Karna had all this. Karna had all this. Mumukshutva. If Mumukshutva wasn't there, he would have been in Krishna's feet studying. Bhishma had it, he had the Atmajnanam, and then he functioned. His functioning was a warrior. Yeah. Arjuna had it, that's what made him a student. Therefore, that mumukshutva, that desire for moksha is important. If you don't have that desire for moksha, it won't work. Because you won't understand what the problem is. To discern the problem and then see how this is a solution. If that is not there, it won't work. So that mumukshutva becomes very, very important. Moksha made me I want that I have understood my sense of limitation and I definitely want freedom from it. Therefore, teshu hi satsu ragapi dhamma jnasaya upadhom cha shakyate brahma jignasatum jnatum cha. For if this is there, all the sadhana chatushtayam is there in you, then even before dharma jnasa or after dharma jnasa, either way, it is possible for you to have brahma jnasa, not only jnasa, but jnasatam shakya. You can do the vichara as well as know Brahman also. Both. These are not there. Yeah, the teaching is very traditional, very contemporary at the same time. You will get a peep, an insight into it. It will not become a fact of your life. It is not becoming a fact of your life. Look at what is missing. What is missing? Okay. Tasmad atashabdena yatokta sadhana sampanantaram. Therefore, by Ata Shabda, what is meant is after gaining the sadhana chatushtaya, Brahma jignasaha kartavyaha. To vichara into Brahman after gaining all this. It's okay, you can do Brahma jignasa and then develop all this along with it, as most of us do. Ideally, yes, have this, come to Vedanta, it will work like this. Or come to Vedanta, so you have some of it, and then develop the others as and when you go. Like learning on the job, they say, do it on the job. On the job, you refine yourself. The whole thing will work out without problem. But you need to have that. Therefore, if Atma Jnana is not working for you somewhere, check what is missing. Check what is missing. And work on it. Simple, no big deal. You all have a certain amount of it. Certain areas may be lacking, that's all. That's why you will hear comments like, after all the study of Vedanta, where are you? How can you do this? Why? Because somewhere something is missing. Somewhere something is missing. Sama, generally Sama, at Shama level, that's we have to see. A thinking problem ho jata. I'll argue endlessly to be right. I'll argue because my word is what is correct. Highway or the highway. Self-awareness is poor. Sama involves self-awareness. If you're not awareful enough of your mind and body and how they function, how are you going to be having Sama? First, I have to know now this problem is there here. That your interactions will tell you. There's too much of friction, there is a problem. So, take care of it. If you take care of that, Brahma Jnanam is very, very easy. Ati Sulabha, effortless it is. Think it over. More we will see in the next class. Om Tat Sat. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you all. Take care.
Swamiji.
Thank you,
Swamiji.
Thank you all.
Pranam.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you.